couple days since I've been on. This freedom, the embodiment is real. It's real. It's tangible. It's no longer working toward it. It is. And so I've really been present in these last couple of days, but I'd like to share with you visions that I see. We are currently in the collective, we'll say, the collective. I just saw the other day this iridescent portal, and so you might be feeling this transitional space, the space between, the space where you know you've let go of something big of the past. You have had a death of the ego. You're in the reborn revelation phases and the embodiment phases, to live in truth, in real time, is not something that is, we'll say, popular right now. And then let's see. So the video that I posted before this, I talk about some of the visions that I've seen, so I won't go into those again. But it just feels like it's just real. It's real. I don't know how else to say it. The obviously you can tell that it's hard. It's so difficult to put in words. The experience, the thought into now is simultaneous. And I will, because I'm having a hard time delivering this in a human form, so I will close down. And this is always for our highest and best good and highest good of all, through the divine will of Mother, Father, God, in service to humanity. Once again, for our greatest and highest good as the collective rises. The way I like to describe it is, if you are in the ocean and you have a lot of weight, baggage, pain, suffering, and those scars are filled with that space. And if it goes unrecognized, you wonder why you still stay in these spaces of pain, why you're consistently in another cycle or another experience that feels the exact same. However, it might look different in the outside world, but your feeling is still the same. And so the more that we honor those scars, then we essentially honor the scar until it's been filled and it's done. We love ourselves back to life. And it was delivered a couple of days ago that I heard, and this was either Sunday or Monday, so Memorial Day weekend, the dead shall rise. And I even stopped because some of these messages that come through are so bold that I have to make sure I'm hearing them correctly, and it very much was. And I will leave in the comments below the writing that I wrote with it, if you're interested in reading that. And so, meaning all the pain, all the suffering, all of who we really are, our soul's connection, our connection to our ancestors, our connection to the mother, our connection to the father, and remembering the innocence within, and then allowing that to come to life, to live in joy and in freedom, in laughter and in love, truly. Not just saying it, not just reading it in a book and then regurgitating some word. I'm actually talking about the lived experience where you can say, I see you right where you are, and here is what I'm offering to help you get out on the other side with clarity. And so the more that we, and whether you're underneath the sea, but our innate being can fly, if you will. And so in order to do that, we must let go of all that weighs us down. And we do that with love. There's no fear, there's no judgment, there's no anything. Yes, for me personally, I had to sit with that and learn it. And I do believe that that's how I now help assist, is to say, this is what's weighing you down. Let's let that go. It's not yours. And let's fill that space with more compassion and more grace. And realizing that the last 7 years, this is how long that I have been in this space, allowing myself to soften and be held, was not what my I guess not my upbringing, but society would have told me to be. Society tells us to keep going, keep pushing, work harder, keep climbing. And my soul was telling me to be still, just be still. And in those spaces of being still is when I began kind of taking the dive within. But that was literally doing nothing but sitting here and listening and praying and being open to hear the words, to hear the guidance, and then allowing myself to go into those spaces where the guidance was taking me. And so the more that we do that, the more we realize there's nothing to hold on to. There's nothing to hold on to. And I mean that in the most liberating of ways. And so, if you would like to receive this transmission, all you have to do is say yes, but you do have the power and the authority to say no. That's what we're teaching, that's what we're remembering, is to use our sovereign power and our sovereign authority. If something doesn't feel right, trust that. Trust your intuition and trust your guidance. And then feel into why this doesn't feel good. Am I abandoning myself? Am I not listening to my intuition? What is really going on in the internal world that's asking for my attention right now? And the more that we begin to really ask those questions and sit with them and listen, the more we come home to ourselves. I'm being called, and I'm just listening to the wind. There's silence inside, and there's peace, and I'm smiling from the inside, and hearing the birds, being fully present in this space when there's silence going on here. And I just hear, you got this, we have this now. And if you're here, it's like we've graduated, we've leveled up, and we are now the embodiment of who we came here to be, and what we came here to lead, how we came here to lead. We are the reason. We are the reason. Everyone is. There's no separation. And we have been through hell and back to be the living example of walking in truth, of walking in faith, of walking in love when you didn't know where it would take you. And I did see the vision of, I hear a lot of times, if you don't watch primedisclosure.com, Paul White Gold Eagle, I would highly recommend his transmissions. Are a collective gathering of a lot of our messages, and it's been an honor to be able to listen to these and to share my truth in a space where I know that my truth is honored, and I know that my visions and what I'm hearing is honored. And they say a lot of times, I am guided by my own power doubled. And while we say it and it feels good, I didn't really know what that meant until today, where I finally, I thought about something, multiple things that would normally be painful for me to think about, and I no longer felt the pain. We no longer feel the pain of the past. It's done. It's gone. It's been removed. It's been burned away. It's been washed clean. We did it. We did it. It's so gentle and beautiful and magical and whimsical. And it's like the most beautiful image that you could ever think of, that combines fairy tales and magic and blessings and a world that we never thought existed is here. It's here, and we're living it, and we're proof of it. And so I'm guided by my own power doubled. The past is no more. The past, we're just living in the past because we haven't honored our scars. And when we do that, like I said, we heal them, we love them, we nourish them, and then the scar heals. And you basically move on to the next scar. But the own power doubled is like that version of you, the innocence, the child at birth. And for so many of us, for me personally, having been called to Roman times, to Egyptian times, to the Garden of Eden, being in all of these spaces, and then just this last week, having a dream where there were a whole bunch of women. I don't know, I mean, we were all there together, but it was not anybody that I recognized. And like a woman was in front of us asking for, I don't really have a correct term to put on it, but asking for our souls speaking, our soul's words. And while everybody said something, mine came out, and I remember thinking, oh, mine sounded different from everyone. But I knew that because it came out without a shadow of a doubt. It just spilled out of me. And knowing that was a big revelation. The divine feminine, the divine masculine, the innocent, the child's innocence. And when the past, in all ways, in all timelines, layers, levels, and dimensions, is here, it's seated and it's rooted. And the future comes home. The future self comes home, and it's anchored and it's rooted in the heart. This space is... Thank you all for your patience and for your compassion with me right now, because you just want everybody to feel it for themselves. You want everyone to experience it, to everyone to know this truth, to know this honesty, to know this love, to know this sense of self and this home. So I thank you for your love and your support. I'm Jennifer Renee. This is Within by Jen. It's within each and every one of us. It always, always has been. It is an absolute honor. I say it every time, but I mean it that much. If you're local and you would like to attend, I'm teaching a class this Saturday, May 30th, at Creative Spark Gallery in Independence, Missouri. I do have my calendar up if you would like to dive deeper with a one-on-one. I'm not opening that space to many people because I do honor my time, my silence, and my space to stay fully connected and fully embodied. And I have my masterclass, and I will be offering a paid platform. I've talked about this for a while, but now it's just time to take action on it. And I figure, let's go. Let's just go. It's time. I know my worth. I know my worth. I'm worthy. I am worthy. And that was another feeling of this last week. That one hit Friday this last week, yeah, where I am worthy, and I had never quite felt that before. So anyway, I love you. Everything can be found on my website, withinbyjen.com. If you have questions, please, you can email me withinbyjen@gmail.com. You can fill out the contact information on my website, and I will reach out to you. I do ask for serious inquiries. I love you. It's an honor and a blessing and a privilege to be here and to be of service, and I will see you all in the next video.